Hey, everybody. I know we're a little late. I apologize. But we're here. Happy Thursday, January 28th. I'm excited to talk about this episode this week. The feedback has been insane, and we really appreciate it. Insane in like the best of ways. A lot of you had the opportunity to already either listen to the episode or watch it. So thank you so much for doing that. If you haven't yet, this week's episode is called Organic Marketing is Dead and what to do about it. If you're watching on Instagram, Rory just joined me. Hi, nice to see you. So yeah, we have a ton of questions that we got this week. They just keep rolling in. Like every hour I'm refreshing. It's like, wow. So it's been fun for sure. Some of the topics that we talk about in this episode. And first and foremost, you guys, like, let's be honest, like somebody had to say it. And it might as well be us. Like organic marketing straight up is dead. And so we address a lot of that. Hey, what's going on? Oh, nice. Hey guys on Instagram, what's going on? So a couple of the things that we talk about, we talk all about AI, artificial intelligence, how it makes decisions, okay? Which is also referred to as the algorithm in the marketing world. And then our never before shared secrets for hacking the algorithm. So I think that's why so many people really enjoyed this episode, was because of that reason. Like so much value, just totally packed. And then we talk about the ranking factors that determine your exposure. And that's huge. And how to rank organically and how to get social proof. So a little bit of a spin there, like organic marketing is dead. However, we still have some tips for you. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Rory? What were you thinking? Because so Rory came to me with this idea and I was like, all right, let's go for it because this is true. But are people going to want to like know it? Hi, Miller. Nice to see you.
Well, it was born out of frustration, right?
Yeah, well, that's very true. Yes. So we had to speak to that for sure. Yeah.
Because I've been in the marketing game online for well over 20 years now,
Mm-hmm.
and started with marketing organically, like back in when you could post stuff on Google and have it on the first page in a day and everything be great, and then back when social media first started and you could post something and it would reach people, like make a
Mm-hmm.
post on Facebook and it would get to all your friends and all that. But that doesn't happen anymore. And
Nope.
we've seen that dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. And the reason is because everyone wants their advertising money.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, we're going to show it to 3% of the people that and if you want to reach the other 95 to 97% of them, well, you got to pay us money. And that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much what it's become. It's become pay to play.
Yep.
And so we addressed a lot of stuff in this episode about how you go about setting yourself up so that you can understand how the algorithm works,
Mm-hmm.
and what you can do with your content, how you can set up your accounts properly from the beginning so that you can build and use that organic traffic that you are getting to build, and also how do you use paid advertising effectively?
Right.
Because
Actually,
if you're not using paid advertising, I mean, you're not going to get the exposure that you're looking for. I mean, I said this in the episode, but do you really have 3 to 5 years to build out your business? Most people don't.
most people don't. Yeah. Or to see
So
if
you
it's going to
have
be
to be willing
viable.
to
Yeah.
invest something, if you're gonna play on these platforms. But you don't have to. The thing is, just keep in the mindset you don't have to be on every platform. Just pick a platform that you're comfortable with and go after it.
It's a really incredibly valuable point that I enjoyed doing this episode because there were so many things that came up when we were just talking about different things where I went, oh yeah, that's right. I'm reminded now that I don't have to be on every platform. And like we talked about in the episode, like Rory just is a master with YouTube and I'm handling more of Instagram. And it's good to like get your brand on these different platforms, but you don't have to spend all your time there. If you're not comfortable or you don't know enough about it, whatever that looks like, just focus on what you want to be focusing on and go for it. There's only so many hours in the day. And, a lot of us have kids and personal lives, and you only can dedicate so much time to being on these platforms, right?
And
Um,
speaking of that,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, my big screw up this week.
Rory screwed up. What'd you do, Rory?
Okay, so um, this podcast, both of us have added about 20 hours a week to our schedules with how much we're doing with it. And that's in addition to all of our family stuff, all of our other businesses that
Our
we run.
clients. Yeah.
And so we've been starting to outsource more and more stuff with it on some of the back end stuff. And I was feeling a little overwhelmed with some stuff, and I hired some people to do some of the some advertising for us. And just as this episode comes out, they do exactly the opposite of what I said that you should do.
Yeah.
And it was very frustrating, and it happened so quickly in a matter of just hours. Like literally I went to sleep and I got woken up by my wife, and she's like, your accounts are just getting like a ton of crappy traffic to them. And I was like, oh. So I'm like woken up, I'm like messaging people, I'm like, you've got to stop this, you cannot be doing this. I'm like
Wait.
looking, and we're like getting all like the crappy stuff that we don't want. I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
we've got this episode coming out that like literally says do not do this. So what I want to point out is that if something like this happens, okay, because it can happen to anyone, and you can make a mistake, hire the wrong person. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so in Facebook, you can set up a separate pixel. You can use a separate ad account. There are ways around these things. Okay, but the number one thing that you can do is just start sending the type of traffic that you are actually wanting. And
Mhm.
that's one of the things we talked about in this episode is get the traffic going that you are looking for into your account. And eventually the algorithm starts to give you more of the people that you're looking for.
That was one of the biggest things in feedback that we received from people that it was like this big aha moment for them when they realized, oh my gosh, you're right. I have to give a big shout out to the deep gripping reality. This guy's amazing. If you guys don't follow him on Instagram, you should. I think his handle, let's see, it's TDGR podcast. This guy's awesome. Another really great online digital marketer. But he messaged me very early this morning and was like, oh my gosh, I've listened to your episode 3 times, like mind blown over the fact that I didn't realize some things that I need to do. So it's fun to have an opportunity to speak to other digital marketers because that's what this is all about as well. Like we're all growing and learning together, right? And if we all kept these secrets for ourselves, that would be super lame. So we want to make sure that you guys have all this success as well. But yeah, that was a big thing for a lot of people that they learned from this episode is that Facebook likes are not just vanity likes. Like they actually serve a purpose and there's an algorithm component that is so important. And one of the best ways to build that up is by doing a like campaign. And so we talk all about that in the episode. So if that's of interest to you, definitely take advantage of how we talk through that. And you guys should set that up for yourselves. Um, what else? Let's see. Oh, we got a couple of questions.
Well, we had some questions, right?
Ooh, yeah, yeah. So one of the questions that came through, let me pull it up. It is what platform currently has the best organic reach? Hmm.
I mean, that's tough
Yeah. It
because I mean,
yeah,
our immediate answer is none of them.
none.
but
None.
but
Yeah,
here's the thing, and we
but
talked about this in the
I know
episode,
you have an answer
is
for me.
that the way that you have to think about it is that every platform, when they have a new feature coming out, they're wanting to promote that feature.
Mhm.
So look at what is the new thing that they're wanting to promote. As soon as that comes out, jump on it, utilize it as best as you can right away. And if you can do that,
Mhm.
then you can really tap into getting as much organic traffic as possible because they're wanting to promote that feature. And if you just like, when we talked about this on the episode, like when Facebook Live came out, that was the big thing. Like, was 10x engagement over everything else. I think we're losing Dominica a little bit here.
Your
You still
your
there?
your audio just I'm here. Your audio just
Um,
cut out. Are you there? Can you hear
Yeah,
me? I can
I'm
hear you.
here.
Can
You're
you hear me?
frozen on Instagram for me.
Uh-oh. Those of you on Instagram, can you give us, I can't even talk. Can you give us a thumbs up and let us know if you can still see us? We probably got some connection stuff going on. We're getting some waves. It seems good. Keep
Okay.
talking. But what you're saying, Rory, right, all goes back to like if like Instagram Reels came out, right? Instagram Reels came out, people jumped on it, and that was a significant thing, right? Can you hear me? Can you still hear me, Rory? Uh-oh. We got technical difficulties.
Kinda.
Uh-oh. I got full signal. Yeah, we got latency problems. Well, this is just part of what happens. For those of you that can still hear us and see us on YouTube and Facebook, I guess we'll just go ahead and wrap this up. But thank you, everyone who sent in questions. If there's something pressing, we're happy. Yeah, people are saying you both are cutting out a little bit on Instagram. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I'm also seeing thumbs up, so who knows? But if there's some pressing questions, please feel free to direct message us. We're happy to answer any and all questions always.
Yeah,
And
I mean, there's literally like over 50 minutes worth of pure content in this episode of just like how to go about um, dealing with this organic marketing situation.
mhm.
So yeah, I mean, check it out and then reach out and come back and hit us in the comments and if there's questions you have, you next time we hop on, we'll address them. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Sorry for the tech glitches, guys. Oh, hey, what's up? There he is. I was just talking about you, Deep Grip in Reality. What's going on? That's awesome. All right, guys, we will catch you next week. We're going to have a really fun episode for you, too. You're not going to believe this because I sure didn't when I first heard of it. So I'm telling you right now, you're going to want to
Well, no,
see.
no, no, that's not next week.
Oh, I'm getting confused. See, we do too much. Next week's
That's 2 weeks
episode,
from
actually,
now.
you're totally right. Next week's episode, that's going to be fantastic. Another super value-packed episode. We talked to Brendan McCoy. This guy is he is hilarious too. Yeah, just wait for it. You guys are going to love this episode for next week. Anything else, Rory? Anything else we need to go over? What's up, Amuse?
I don't think so. Like I said, you guys just hit us up with comments. I know the connection's a little
I know,
glitchy right
sorry.
now, so
Yeah.
we'll hop off. But yeah, let us know your questions. Check out the episode, and we'll see you next time.
All right, guys.
All right.
Bye.